Like today, I only made like $15 today. So you imagine taking a taxi. That's gonna cost $10, right? After you work here all day. So, you know.
Got your hat, man.
That's right. So that used to be a stinker, having to pay storage. Where here I only pay $10 every time I come out. If I don't come out, I don't have to pay. So you can imagine how much money I get to save, you know? Because sometimes that snow gets real thick and the wind blows. And I really don't like to be out here in the wind.
So you got a bunch of stuff here, man. How do you decide in the morning, like, what stuff you're gonna put out and what stuff you're gonna leave here?
Well, I like to circulate my products, you know, but you never know. You never know what will sell.
Back in 2006, I started making this film about a guy I had spent a lot of time with, but barely knew anything about. I was intrigued by Ahmad. In a neighborhood full of rapid changes, stores opening and closing, college students coming and going, Ahmad's table of used books and his chessboard seemed to be the only constant. And everybody seemed to love him. I was also in college at the time, and I was convinced that Ahmad would make a good subject for my first student film.
I'm thinking of chess all the time, and chess boards and all that. But I think what happened is that I'm just gonna get like right here or something like that. So out of doing all of this, I just take a little piece. You know?
What is this right here?
This is my bamboo plant.
And is this is for sale right here, or?
Oh yeah, I try to sell my work. You know, when I go out and sell books, sometimes I have an easel behind my table, and I set up pictures with my paintings. You know.
Right. How much are you asking for this one right here?
$1,965.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about this one right here?
$1,965. Yeah.
Is it the same price for all your paintings?
Yes, at this point, yes.
It seemed to be going pretty good. But then something unexpected happened.
Wow.
While we were talking, he took out his collection of journals, some of which he said dated as far back as 1991.
Would you be able to, like, maybe pick a random passage and read something, or is that?
Read something.
Yeah.
It's after 6 p.m. now. Me think Toya, me want to phone her, me want to mail to her these things. So tired of our separation. Me see the distractions flying with will. Me shall be not here before Toya's birthday. This is why I don't. This is why I know this book will take about a year for me. No, it shall take several months to getting ready. Ooh, I want to stop. I don't want to go on.
You gotta stop.
Yeah, I don't want to go on. I'm sorry.
Okay. You talk about a book getting ready. What book is that?
Well, the book is Hannibal Baca. I wrote and illustrated it, and actually, I finished it in 2002. So it took more than a year, and it's supposed to be published this year. It's now November. I'm still waiting to hear from my publisher.
That was the first I'd ever heard about a book that he'd written. I knew he sold books, lots of them. He sold books for a living. But I never knew he tried to write a book himself.
So that was 1998. That was almost 10 years ago, huh?
Yeah. I take my time in perfecting my my craft. I'll show you that I have here.
Hannibal Baca by Ademir Ahmad was a uniquely handcrafted piece of work, and I had never seen anything like it before. It told the story of a boy who journeys to the solar system and garners various types of knowledge from each one of the planets. I was impressed by Ahmad's artistry and his storytelling, but apparently I wasn't the only one.
Even just looking at a color photocopy, which is what he had given me, it was the really handmade artisanal quality of it, just that this was something that he had really labored over and spent a long time on. You know, I'm kind of impressed by the way he's done the lettering in it. For instance, he's written out each letter and then he's taken a typed or printed copy of each letter and superimposed it over the letters that he's already written, so it's got this sort of this depth to it, even in the type, the images in it particularly, and they're just very strong, very unusual. And you know, the more time I spent with it, the more convinced I became that it had to get out there into the world.
He read it. He came back to me. He said he's going to show it to his colleagues, and they all decided upon publishing it.
This one I know is going to be expensive one way or another, because we're going to have to do some kind of reproduction, and full color reproduction is going to cost us.
And it's being published. You know, we're just waiting.
Are you growing a little more anxious, like day by day, about your book, or?
No, I'm a patient man. You know, I took my time writing it and illustrating it. When I was going to court, I took my time and went to court. Whenever I was ordered to come to court, I exercised patience, and certain things are going to happen, and they will. You know, you can't rush it. It takes time for certain things to cook. Yes, I would love to see him walk down the street right now, but it'll happen. And hopefully when it does, we'll get it recorded. through the park. I'll be home in 15 minutes. Try again tomorrow.
So what's up, Ahmad? What's going on, man? It's been a while, huh?
Yeah. It's been a lot of years.
What you been doing for the past 6 years, man?
Playing some chess, some painting, some writing, just doing things, just try to keep busy.
What's up with Hannibal, man?
I'm still waiting for my publisher to publish it, You ever read Schopenhauer? No. I think he says expect the worst. It's not like I planned for it, but it seems to happen very frequently. She's 108 years old. It's beautiful to see her. Today she's a little bit frisky. But I guess you gotta be frisky to live to be 108 years old, It's hard to apply a certain aspect of chess to life. Like chess, you can force certain moves to happen, I thought writing a book would be forcing something to happen. I'm still waiting for the publisher to actually put it in physical form,
What's taking so long?
I don't know. Oh, it's very disappointing. But I'm just a participant in the world. I have to go day by day, and things happen, things don't happen. I think I learned a lesson from a long time ago. You can't come outside every day. Makes no sense. Gotta restock. Let them miss you. And I don't really want to be interviewed anymore because it's an ego thing. It's an ego trip. And I'm not on no ego trip. I don't give a fuck about anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if my book is published or not published. I don't give a fuck about anything. That's my whole attitude about this whole fucking shit. About everything. To be quite frank.
So then, what do you give a fuck about?
Just said nothing. Why should I?
Ugly Duckling Press.
Hi, I was wondering if Mr. Greg Ford was available.
He is not. He actually doesn't usually come into the office. Can I take a message for him?
My name is Ian Phillips. I met him about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was just calling to see. I just wanted to talk to him about one of the publications. I think that he was overseeing Hannibal Barca, Barca. Does that ring a bell?
It might be, it does. Let me take a look at one thing real quick because I might be mistaking it for a different title, but I think it's forthcoming still. Let me see. Is it called Seascape?
No, it's called Hannibal Baca.
No, I'm not familiar with that title.
Wow. Okay.
But what was your question?
My question is, I guess, whether I see that it's available on the website as kind of an ebook, I guess, so to speak. But I was just wondering if it was ever going to be, published in I guess in.
In physical.
Yeah.
Physical town. All right. Let me check our inventory real quick and see if it ever has been.
Okay.
And because I know right now it's not something we have on the list as forthcoming or anything like that. So yeah, and it doesn't look like we've ever done any physical versions of it in the past. So yeah, go ahead and send an email to Greg and see if he can follow up with you about it more specifically.
Okay. Great. Thank you very
All
much. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
All right. Take care. Bye. This is a neighborhood that's constantly in flux, huh?
That it is. That it is. So it appears if you have money, you're in flux. But if you don't, then you just sit back and let things happen. Zoom. Your movements are generally very slow when you don't have money. People with money move fast,
And you feel stagnant sometimes?
When it comes to art,
Oh, are you giving an interview?
well, not really. I don't want to be interviewed.
Remember you asked me about the word synagogue?
Yes, I did.
That's Oxford English Dictionary entry about it. I gotta run. I gotta do some grocery shopping. Take care, my friend.
All right, see you again.
Those middle game tactics. All right, man. I'll see you.
Okay, Nicholas.
What's that chair, man?
I found this downstairs. I'll take this home.
You
man.
didn't find that, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
my chair.
So I can sit and roll around the apartment.
I hear you, man. Give me a couple loosies, man. That chair's broke, isn't it?
No. It works, man. Look.
It looks nice.
Looks like hardly anyone sat on it. Look at that.
Yeah,
There's no butt print.
I hear you. My goodness, man. You all right, man? What, you want 4 Marlboros?
Yes.
All right.
It's a magnet, man. Whether it gets better.
All right. Have a good one.
Well, lately I've just been writing in journals, Pick my brain. To write stuff off your chest each day. That's relaxing, man. It's like self-therapy without having to pay somebody.
genitals and then caress their zones. On more accounts than one,
Moby Dick.
the whale is poor, stealing unawares upon the whale in the fancy.
Just leave it on?
Oh yeah. Because I'd like to come in to just whatever chapter is on, I come in and, it's my favorite book, man.
But still you see his power in his play.
That's my grandmother. I'm gonna be finished soon. That's me. That's my son. That's my grandfather.
My God, he looks just like you at that age, man.
Does he? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he looks just like me, man.
Chapter 87. The Grand Armada. The long and narrow peninsula.
Where did this start? Where does your journey start as a person?
Well, it started when I left home, right? When you leave your mother's house, right? Or you left the nest. That's where it all started. And then I went away to college, Rockland Community College. That's when I started leaving the nest. Yeah.
And then what happened?
What do you mean?
Well, we've talked about it, man. Like something happened to you, and I'm really not sure what.
Oh man, I'm really Whew. I witnessed a crime being committed by somebody. I went to the police station to report it. The police ended up arresting me because the person that was committing the crime was a court officer, and so the police felt that they have to defend him. So I was charged with attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and also resisting arrest. Although I was at the police station trying to give my statement, I actually wrote down a statement about the event, and boom, they end up arresting me, and I was never arrested in my life, so they let me out on my own recognizance, and so I had to go to court for 4 years, and that's basically that's what altered certain things that I was doing, certain things that I had planned, so I had to just live and deal with that. I don't like the system. Judicial branches, although I was acquitted, records are sealed, but to punish someone for 4 years for something that didn't even have nothing to do with, due process was denied. I gave up my apartment, and I was planning to just move to Toronto and pursue my career as an artist. Every 2 months I had to come back to court. So, that didn't work out. I'm just exercising patience. And during the exercising of patience, sometime you're gonna get frustrated, because you're in it. But then you realize you have to be patient.
Do you ever think about what your life would have been like if you hadn't been in the wrong place at the wrong time? If you hadn't seen that crime committed?
I don't deal with ifs, man. It's better to say stuff like I say, man. Like, oh boy, I wish NASA would put my body in space. I'd like to go to space. That makes sense. It could happen. Stuff like that. But to deal with the impossibility. But then again, I don't know, man. I don't know about what will happen in the next 100 years. I know 100 year from 1913 is the internet, and 100 years ago was like industrial revolutions happening, and tanks are being made, and mustard gas and all that, and so lot of things happen. But well, sometimes I just forget, you know, about the time that's going by. I get to think about new books, you know. Since it's my old book, I get to think about new books. My publisher said my book will be published in actually hard book, you know, real material substance that people can actually buy. You know, there'll be something. But it's been a while, so I mean, a lot of people can say a lot of things. Hey, this is gonna happen tomorrow. You know, that doesn't mean it's gonna happen. So when it does happen, then I'll talk about it. Yeah, my book deals with traveling in the dark matters of space without the aid of any sort of man-made craft or suits or anything, you know. Well, it's a form of freedom. That's one of the aspects of the book.
Ahmad, we're downstairs. What's the number? No, but I'm... Okay, we're downstairs.
So, I don't know if I have to sign a contract today.
Yeah, I have it.
Hmm.
So we'll review it, we'll look at it. Yeah, no, we've been working on it like every day for like a month. Thousands of emails, and like Kyle's been like going crazy, like lawyer shit on these people. Yeah, I mean, these guys have been tough. They haven't really wanted to give us anything. We had to like...
Oh my goodness.
A lot of negotiations and a lot of maneuvering. Wait, did that say C at the back? Yeah.
For reprints, the following will occur. For the first 500 books of the print run, the author will receive $200, 50 copies, and quarterly. I'm curious, after the 500 copies is made, right?
So if in a case where we don't sell a lot of books, then that's fine. But in the case we do sell a lot of books, like our upside is totally protected. So if we only sell 500, which I don't see that happening, but then the contract will be as is. But if we sell thousands of books, then everything that's going to be over the 500 is going to go directly. All the proceeds will go to you.
The copyright paper, do you need that also?
We have that. They have it on file with the Library of Congress.
Okay.
They were able to pull that up.
Okay, wow. I basically have to do nothing anymore.
Well, hold that 2 days. I mean, we're really like 100% confident in the contract, and then we'll get the books, and then I think once we get our first books and they come to you, I think that's when we have our book signing. We invite all the people from the neighborhood.
Maybe we can have it where I sell books at.
Yeah.
But rent out this parking spot.
Okay.
You get it?
But can we have like music? I want it to be festive. Can we get a band and make it like a big party?
I don't know if we can get a band. I do know some band members. I'm not sure.
I think that would be the best way to like launch it. And then
I got some jokes. I've been working on some jokes.
Okay.
Want to hear it?
Yeah.
Can I put on my mask while I tell my joke?
Yeah, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unappreciated comedian. Thank you. Thank you. My first joke is the university is expanding. We're sending in contractors. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what did the comedian say about the comedian that was involved in a fatal accident? That's not funny. Oh, that's the joke. But you see, the joke is that I'm supposed to be booed.
Yeah.
You know, because these are some horrible jokes. I'm supposed to be booed.
Ahmad, how's your chess game?
It's coming along.
Yeah? You want to play one? I met Ahmad in the fall of 2007. I just moved back to New York and moved to the Upper West Side in the neighborhood, and I didn't really know anybody or any people or any sort of community, so I was walking down the street one day and there was Ahmad playing chess, and Ahmad was like my first friend in New York that I had when I moved back. And you know, when you move to Manhattan, especially, it's a big city and it's transient, people are moving in and out. I found this friend that I can always rely on, that I knew was going to be there. But he believed in me with a lot of crazy ideas and a lot of different things that we would discuss and the dreams that we had way back in 2007. And now we see that a lot of them are manifesting themselves and becoming realities. I just feel that we can come and support him in something that he really believes in and share, you know, his joy with the world through his book. We need to do this for Ahmad. And we went down to Ugly Duckling. That was our message. We weren't there to talk about numbers, and we weren't there to talk about this or that. We said, we're here to get the book done, and we're not leaving. We're going to do it with or without you, and we would like to do it with you. But if we're not going to be able to work together, there's a group of people that care about Ahmad a lot that are going to get this book published.
In the meantime, I'm trying to see how many we can see it in spreads, but it won't work in full screen. We're just gonna have to do a straight up PDF. It's just what we've got.
Oh my goodness gracious.
What a good turnout. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for coming. My goodness.
Hey, Ahmad.
Wow. Peace.
Hi, Ahmad.
Patiently, they travel on the dark matter of space, onward towards the recorded planets. He saw stars, planets, and black. I thank you. Thank you. Wow. I'll take the questions now, and if someone wishes. Yes, Russell.
So how do you feel now that it's actually published? What are your feelings?
You have to understand, they took 12 years. You know, between 12 years, a lot of excitement and feeling and all that is gone. I'm on other projects now. That was 12 years ago. If they did it 12 years ago, I would be leaping for joy in a second. But I'm on other things. You know, this book's about the future. You know, it's not about the past.
I've never seen you wearing a mask. Do you often wear a mask when you tell stories?
I was told it'll be more of a burden to wear a mask than to actually just be, you know, without one. And I just thought that it would be much better for me. I'd be more able to speak freely, I think.
Can you see Lennon?
A little.
Pretty cool.
I mean, not much. All right, let's let him out go because he has to sign a bunch of. He's got to sign a bunch of books. Great job! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
When I saw you before, I said something about it being expensive to make. And the real challenge for me was that I don't know how to do that graphic imaging stuff. Of course, it would have been better if we could have done it sooner. But the thing is, you know, for Ugly Duckling, it's whether I could have done it sooner, and I personally couldn't do it sooner. It's regrettable it took that long. But I'm glad it's out there in the world. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm just really happy for Ahmad.
Thanks. About to travel.
Thanks for the book.
Thank you. Listen, there's nothing that's promised to you on this earth, right? So if you get something, you know, if it takes a while, it takes a while. You know, look at it like that. It says, Hannibal's mother said, "Good night." He slept and dreamt. That's the first page. I skipped the last page because it's like a circular book. It says, Hannibal's father said, "Wake up and make your dreams reality." That's something.